Hello and welcome back to Tingle Lingo ASMR. This video is just going to be me trying to organize a lot of the scrap and junk and receipts and things that I've been putting aside for the past week and a half so I can start working on my junk journal, glue book, whatever you want to call it. Actually, I wonder, can I take this off and save it to put in my junk journal? If it won't come off easily, I will just cut it. I think I'm just going to cut it. And I'll use my cute scissors. I bought some scissors, a 3-pack of scissors. I could just cut this out with the X-Acto knife, but I'm not doing all that. So I bought this the other day. It's 2-sided. And I know for junk journals, you're supposed to use junk that you have around the house. Well, it's encouraged to use what you have around the house. But I felt like there are some projects that I want to do. And I did need to buy a lot of the art supplies, in order to create the kind of journals that I wanted to create. And I also have to remember to make sure things are in focus. Because my last video, there was about 6 minutes of unfocused video. I guess the thing about ASMR is you can either watch, simply listen, or you can do both. But for those 6 minutes that were out of focus, I was talking about something, so you didn't really need to watch anything. So we're gonna just try to pick up these sounds and these visuals while I organize my scraps, my junk. Let's see here. I will start. I'm gonna put a couple of these containers down. Bigger container. This one is obviously falling apart. Okay. I'm going to, hopefully I can take this off. This was used, I guess, at some point, one of the times that we moved. So let's see if this will come off. Oh, it's not coming off. Okay. Whose bright idea was to put that on then? Permanent Sharpie marker. Let me see. I know that has to be able to come off. What about detergent? Let me see. Let me try some detergent. All right, that's not working either. Okay, let's try. Okay, so no Windex, no dishwashing liquid. What about a little 4-0 Nizzy? Will that do it? I don't think so. I mean, 409 is good, but it's more of a degreaser type of. Anybody notice that this was a piece of tape? And oh, let me put the microphone here. Let me just lean in a bit. So I'm up here scrubbing using my resources, my kitchen supplies, and it was a piece of tape. Wow. So I have come up with a couple of ideas. The one journal that I'm working on, which you guys saw the other day, it's this journal. And as a reminder, I'm gonna have to give you a reminder. You'll see it when you believe it. So I haven't even, finished the background of this yet, but this is page 1 of my very first journal. Well, it's not gonna be a journal that I'm gonna write in, but like an art book / junk journal / glue book. Just an artsy, fun way to relax and unwind and record ASMR videos. So this one is probably going to be like quotes and things like that. And as I mentioned in the other video, I'm going to keep it minimal with this cover so far because I like the fact that the cover is so minimal and simple. And then when you open the book, it's just unexpected, vibrant colors and things like that. Then for this book, I'm either going to just experiment or use this to do a food book, a food scrapbook. So I'll just do anything and everything food related, which I've been collecting all these scraps. And so keep in mind, this is going to be a no judgment food mood book of some sort. Scrapbook. So these are all the snacks that we have been eating in the past couple weeks, week and a half, however long it's been since I've been collecting these things. So I'm gonna put the food things in one of these containers. I just don't know which one yet, but I'm thinking it should fit in the smaller container. Do not judge us. Okay. So I'm gonna have things like the chopsticks from Panda and fortune cookie paper from Panda, and I've already cut out the bag from Panda. You see what I'm doing? And then I have the receipts from Panda. So for instance, I can cut out the little items like this because it'll be used for something. So I'll just cut these little pieces from the receipts, and when it's time to put the scraps together, then I'll have everything in some type of organized fashion. Okay, so this was the panda, the carton that the food came in. And then this part was able to wipe off pretty easy. So I like how the back is raised, then the front is indented. What do you call it? Embossed? I don't know. Anyway, the front is what it is, and the back looks cool. So I figure I can use these somehow, some way with the other panda items. And then I also have more chip bags. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to have like colored themed pages. So for the panda, I would do like probably a black background or probably a red or white background, or it doesn't matter. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll do something different. These Cheetos and hot fries. I'm thinking orange and yellow and red. Then you have a pack of Oreos, Sharkies. That is going to be something, somehow, some way. I don't know. But when you're looking at the colors, like you pay attention to the colors, obviously, of marketing, advertising, all that stuff. Things pop out and stand out. So I've just been keeping everything. That doesn't mean I'm going to use everything. I'm just keeping everything that has been catching my attention past week or so. Okay, for instance, now you probably think, dang, you guys are just junk food junkies. Like I said, don't be judging, folks. You don't know how much cauliflower we eat, how much broccoli we eat. I mean, you might be over here munching on iceberg lettuce. What was that? Okay, so these, yeah, I saved these two. These are from the Every Plate marinara sauce little containers. This I'm not going to use this whole thing, but I'm just going to cut out some of this now, and then I'll figure out if I just end up like using my X-Acto knife and cutting this part out, and then cutting out the letters for peanut butter wafer bars, and then for peanut butter wafer bars, and then glue them to the page. I kind of really don't know what you're going to use, I guess, until you get down to gluing things on the page. So I'm going to say this just in case I want a smaller one, and this. So I have options. Options. I have options. Options. There hasn't been too many crinkly sounds yet. But yes. Tapping. Peanut butter wafer bars. That was the first time we had tasted these, so it's similar to a Kit Kat and a whatchamacallit, and like the Keebler Elf Keebler Elves. I think they have like a wafer cookie or something like that. These were surprisingly good to be an off-brand. I thought they would taste like very processed, but we were pleased. Okay. And here is Rice Krispie Treats, home style. Nothing beats homemade Rice Krispie Treats. Nothing as far as the ones that are sold in the store versus making them homemade. There's, to me, nothing better than the homemade, but these come pretty close. The texture is pretty much spot on. The taste is close. It's close enough, but nothing. There's no Rice Krispie Treats sold anywhere that I've ever had that tastes as good as when I make them. I'm gonna cut this. Actually, what I can do is open this. There was a lady's video I watched. I'd say like 3 or 4 years ago, and she was making something out of a pizza box, like a frozen pizza box, and it was like a fast-paced ASMR video that gave me so many tingles. So I'm hoping I'm doing the same here for some of you. You might not even want me to talk. You might want me to cállate la boca. But nobody really leaves any comments suggesting either way. So until I get some feedback, I'm going to keep on running my mouth. They got bars. 6 bars. They got home style bars. Okay, so I'll keep those pieces and these scraps. These scraps will go in the trash. The how do you say recycle? Okay, I'll put those there. When you organize them like this, it takes up a lot less room. I think I'm going to want to keep this whole paper because this side I could somehow put, yeah, I'm going to keep this whole paper. I'm not going to cut anything off here. Jersey Mike's. Okay. Still going. More gummy bears. More Rice Krispie Treats. This can go here. I'll put this on bottom. This here. Crinkle, crinkle. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Oh, this noise. You guys are probably gonna turn off the channel. Okay. CPK, CPK, California Pizza Kitchen. California Pizza Kitchen. What does this mean? 40 years? I don't know what that means. When I say you guys don't know if we eat cauliflower or Brussels sprouts or crunch it on iceberg lettuce, no nutrients, iceberg lettuce. Have you ever had the buffalo cauliflower bites from CPK? I am not a vegetarian. I am not a vegan. I don't even like cauliflower like that. But when you do it the way they do it, vegans and vegetarians know how to really enhance the flavor of foods that we might just feel like, I'm not eating that. I mean, everything from Brussels sprouts to, like I said, cauliflower. You get the right restaurant that knows what they're doing. And my goodness, being a vegetarian or a vegan is not so bad. Snickers, ice cream bars. Snickers, sí que satisface. Okay, so we're gonna put that there. I also cut this out. I don't know if we're gonna use this. I might not use this, but I like that. This, because this had a little window, but I'm not feeling this right now, so I think I might have to throw that away. So I also have things that, I don't even know where I got these things from. Like these are magnet bookmarks. Hello Kitty. Popcorn. This little stash from, I think the Amazon business is called Mr. Pen. And I think this is his, their little logo. So I'm going to use that somehow, some way. And these are good. These are freeze-dried strawberries covered in dark and white chocolate. And the first time we had these, it was on an airplane. And these were the snacks that they offered. So delicious. It's like it's if you like Whoppers candy, you know, Whoppers malted milk balls or whatever they're called. This is similar to that, but way better. And Whoppers mess up my stomach. These do not mess up my stomach because it's freeze-dried strawberries. So it has like that airy, crispy crunch, but that creamy chocolate, and it's dark chocolate and white chocolate. True fruit. It's true. It's true. These, like for this bag, is like, if you catch them at the right price, it's about between $5 and $6. It's not more than $6, and it does seem expensive for what this is, but and how much you get. But, and they usually have them. They do have them at Ralph's. Not all the Ralphs though. They have them at Target, and some other places might have some like off-brand. Not the ones that are in the freezer section. It's the ones that are on the shelf. Very delicious and less calories than the Whoppers, if you're a fan of those. And Luna bars, chocolate dipped coconut. These are like granola bars, and these are pretty good. So now that I'm thinking, this blue theme, if I do a page with blue, okay, I'll keep the powdered donuts. That might work. What else have we here? One of the channels that I was watching, she was trying to give tips for the types of things that you can save to use in your journals. And she mentioned envelopes. So we get a lot of these envelopes, and you could actually use some of this print and do something clever with the window. But you just start looking at everything in a different way. And because I'm new to this, yes, I'm amazed. Some people might be watching this saying, that ain't nothing new. We've been doing that forever. Or why does it have to be that voice? Or it could be like, oh my gosh, that is nothing new. We have been doing that. Or whatever voice you want to have in your head. But I'm just saying, these things are new to me. So I started saving all these clippings. So this is all food things. So I'll figure out how to use these. Well, that's not food related, but you get the gist. You get the gist. So I will have possibly a whole food journal with all things food. And then I'll do different items that have to do with non-food items. By the way, I tried this last year during Thanksgiving, around Thanksgiving. It wasn't bad. I was actually pleasantly surprised. Now, the stuffing, dressing, stuffing, I've heard both. I grew up having dressing on my mom's side of the family and stuffing on my dad's side of the family. But this is, yes, more similar to stuffing, but this sandwich was really good. I enjoyed it. Cranberry sauce, turkey, stuffing. I think it was spinach on it. I think it was cheese. I might not have had cheese. Anyway, whatever it was, the festive turkey from Subway, yes, with the yoga mat bread. It was good. It was good to me. It hit the spot. Okay, we're gonna do some every plate and possibly some Ralph coupons. Oh, I saved it for this little person right here. Yeah, I'll keep it because of her. So I'll cut her out. Move less. I think for now, that is what I'm going to continue putting the food items in here. And for the other items like makeup related items, let's see, I'll put that in a different book. Or maybe different pages, I don't know, but I think there will be so many food things I'll have that I'll be able to use a whole book just for the food. This is from Sharky's, which was the paper that I put right here. This is the receipt from Sharky's. You get the point. Hopefully I bored you enough to relax and go to sleep. So I'm going to wrap up this video and figure out what I'm going to do for the next video. Thank you for watching Tingle Lingo ASMR. Close this up because my stash is getting out of hand. And then I can put this in here. I have to get this stuff. close this our dusty bin and put this away. So again, I'm going to either work on this. I do have to glue all the pages together. So I'm going to work on this or the Valentine's thing that I got from the Dollar Tree. Where did I put that? Okay. Enough is enough. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next Tingle Lingo.